How do you guys feel about bands calling it quits, retiring, and making a huge publicity stunt, right? And putting out there, signing contracts, throwing press conferences, and just bringing out the circus, right? And I don't know, I would fall for it every time. I always fell for it because when Motley Crue, it started with Kiss in 2000 when they came back and brought Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. I was there. I was like, man, it was at the Dome. I had one front row seat. I got guitar picks from Ace and Gene. Man, it was just an awesome night. And I thought that was it. When I saw that tour, I bought me a cool shirt for $50. Back then, that was a lot, right? Now, that's nothing. That's like standard price, right? But I can't use it now. I mean, I can't bring that out. Or maybe I can. But there's other stuff that I have. Other merch that I bought from The End, Motley Crue. They came out. Had a huge thing.
You know, like in the contracts, and take all of us to agree to do something, but I don't see us going back on our word and saying, forget it, you guys. We were just kidding. You know, no, it's we won't be doing any more concerts.
And they just keep coming back. It's Kiss and Motley Crue. You know, Kiss will be back soon.
Yes, this is the end.
I guarantee you, Gene can't stay away. Gene Simmons cannot stay away. The guy has to be generating some kind of cash flow, right? Every time he's got to be generating that cash because the guy never wants to stop. And I get it. If I had talent and skills and able to sell anything, I mean, the guy will pull out the gum that he's chewing and he'll sell it on eBay. He said, you can sell this right now for $24,000. Guaranteed. And he's right. We love our musicians. We love our music. We love it, man. We live and die with our music. So I just keep asking myself, why do I keep falling for it? Why? I'm kind of bitter about it because it keeps happening, right? And I bring it up because Slayer retired about 4 years ago. They played their last show at the Forum in Los Angeles. My brother was there, and he thought it was awesome. He's like, dude, this is great. And he said one thing, hey, they cannot stay away because of the money. I'm sure that the festivals they're playing offered them some generous cash for them to come back. And it's weird because I saw something on X, and it was an article, and Kerry King was talking about that he didn't know anything about it, and that he'll be talking to his lawyers. I don't know if that's true or fake. I hope not. There's just a lot of little drama that's going on around, and it's crazy because we see it, even if it's not true or it is. Who knows? Because if you say something, somebody in your camp comes out and says something about it, negative, that, you know, maybe the fans had mentioned, hey, dude, I bought, plane tickets. I got airfare for this and that, and tickets, pre-sale tickets. I spend over $3,000 with the merch and stuff, and I can't use my merch now because you guys are coming back. I thought that was it. You guys sold all kinds of stuff, accessories that I have as collectors, and now you're back again. So I got to throw it in the garbage, just like I did with there's shirts in my closet from the End tour, Motley Crue. There's stuff in there from Kiss, and then there's stuff from the Stadium tour. Oh man, I need to get all of that together and bring it on and show you guys. And it's incredible that we just fall for it. It's a money grab. And why can't they just be honest with us, right? These musicians come out and say, hey, we care about you guys. You guys mean so much to us. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at.
It's always been important to us. I mean, you know, we take a lot of pride in everything from, you know, the production, you know, involving fans in the show. You know, I think it's just been something that we've always taken a lot of pride in.
My thing is, it's like, you know what? I don't care what you do. Just be out front with us. I mean, we can handle that. If you're like, you know what? We're going to go away for 3 or 4 years. You're not going to hear from us. You're not going to see anything, nothing on social media. You might see a picture of my family and I at Disney or camping, or skiing or whatever. It's not going to bother me as a fan. You're human, right? So don't feed us this bullshit about, oh, you know what? We're breaking up. We're going to sign contracts. We're never coming back. You're never going to see us again. We're never going to be in the same room together. We're never going to record. We're done. And then you guys come back. Hey, the contracts didn't really mean anything. We didn't ever say we were going to do this, or you know what, that didn't really matter because the contract is voided out. Mick didn't sign it, or it's crazy. Kiss has done this, and they come back, and we still spend lots of money on the merch. The end of the road tour merch. It's insane. Just don't lie to us. Tell us straight out, hey, we're burned out. We've been on the road for 6 years, man. We need a break. Is the only way you think that we will not go apeshit is if you say, hey, we're going to retire and then we'll be back in a few years.
You guys in the press, you keep looking for that loophole. You don't understand.
Your lawyer said this is the final 2 words.
Yeah, that's right.
Loophole there.
Just keep looking for the loophole. We're going to stick to our word.
Just be straight up. Be straight up with us, because you guys care for us and that we mean everything to you guys. Then be out front. Hey, you know what? We're going to take a break and we'll be back. Look at the Black Crowes. The Black Crowes broke up. You know, Chris and Rich couldn't get along. Rich went out and did his thing. Chris went out and did his thing. They both had good bands together. And Magpie Salute was so good. And before anything, I mean, that thing was about to blast off. I got every single vinyl they released. And that doesn't exist anymore. Rich doesn't even bring that up. If I could, I would ask Rich, hey, what's the deal? When is Magpie? Are you guys going to tour with that? Any of those albums that you guys put out, those great albums? Because Chris Robinson would fucking flip. Dude, I'm the man. Don't you dare talk about that shit. Right? Just egos, man. Rock stars just do shit the way they want. You know, the Black Crowes came back. They went into hiatus and they came back. And I remember I asked, the last show I saw was in Austin, the Black Crowes. So I was talking to Chris and Rich before the show, and because it just didn't feel right. Things didn't feel right, and I had to ask. That's just like the reporter in me that just had to go there. And they kind of gave me that look like, why did you just ask? Because I had to. And they both flat out kind of just looked at each other and they're like, no, we're good, man. We're good. And they broke up like 3 months after that. They were done. They went their separate ways and that was it. And then they fired all the band. Either you become a contracted musician or else we're done. And some of the drummer, he had been with them since the beginning. He wrote that book about everything and he was kind of just like left out in the cold. All the other guys that, that played in a lot of these albums kind of went away because they had issues. And when that was in the band, it caused Chris to have problems and that caused Chris and Rich to get into stuff. And it wasn't clicking, man. And that's why Rich was like, I'm done. I need to go do my own thing. And he was doing great. But I can understand that. At least they said hiatus. They said we're not like done. We're retiring. It's over. They just kind of like, fuck you, I'm done. And in the Motley Crue camp, that's what I read, that they all traveled in separate buses and planes or whatever during the stadium tour, and they never collaborated on anything. They kind of all hated each other. And who knows if that's true? I don't know. I'm not in that circle. And that's when all the Mick Mars stuff, after that last show in Vegas, it was done. I went to that last stadium tour with Mick and the Motley Crue original lineup. And now you get rid of Mick and it's done. So, yeah. My only problem is just don't lie, right? Don't lie to the fans, man. Treat us like adults. Don't act like we got to lie to them because they're not going to understand. Yeah, we will understand. And don't sell us the fucking merch. Just stay the way it is. Stay the way everything is. Fucking play your music. Let's have a good time. Forget all the fucking drama. I know it comes along with the territory. I get it. I understand that. I understand that that there's going to be drama because just like NBA teams and everything that comes along, people start to hate each other. They can't coexist with each other, so it just becomes harder on everybody. And you would think the opposite, right? You would be like, hey, you know what? These guys look like they're having the time of their lives on stage, right? And even though Vince sounds like shit, we're loving it, man. We're still cranking out all these tunes that you guys love. The women are still flashing us. Everything's good. Then everything goes off. The amps turn off. You get in your buses or whatever, and you go separate ways. And you fucking hate each other. And you know who ends up paying at the end? We do, the fans. Right? We do. The fan base is what suffers the most. But you know who wins for you guys win, right? Because you guys take that money, all that merch money that you guys made off of us. We can't even use it anymore, you fucks. Yeah. None of the final show, the wristbands and the headbands, you guys sell all that shit, the bandanas. It's no good anymore. I might as well send it to another country, man, so people that need it can use it. Because I don't want to go to an outdoor event and wear the end shirt. Dude, what are you wearing that? I'm wearing the stadium tour. Look at this. Ugh. It's a fucking joke. Right? So stop that. Stop. If you're gonna stop playing for a bit, you guys can't talk to each other or coexist, then just say something like, hey, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go in the studio, even if you're not. We're gonna go in the studio, go work on some new material. We'll be back at some point. Buy our old shit. Go on our website, get some merch. Instead of selling us this this farewell stuff and the end and the end of the road, dude, we don't want any of that shit. So shame on you guys. Shame, shame, shame on Motley Crue, Kiss, Slayer. Who else? If I'm missing one, please let me know in the comments, because we need to call these guys out. Social media is a strong tool, and if we all unite, right, the way we do for concerts around the country and we travel, we need to unite and let they can hear us, because when we're in the fucking crowd, we can yell at the top of our lungs and they will pay attention at some point. So let's get back at them and say, dude, why are you guys doing this to us? Why? Don't lie to us. We love you. We are there till the end, man. And you know what? I'm going to give one guy props. That's Ozzy Osbourne, because if you mention retirement around Ozzy, he'll fucking punch you. He's not ready. I don't think he'll be ready, but he's not going to say it's over. Dude, he's still sitting on that. When I say that, I guess it's time. And he's even mentioned, you've heard out of that camp, the Ozzy Osbourne camp, that, you know, Sharon's saying that Ozzy wants to play one more show for his fans. That's the way you do it, you idiots. God. So more and more, the shit that I talk about, I say that Nikki Sixx is turning into Gene Simmons. It's happening, man. It's slowly happening.
Online.
Are you high?